Shalom, shalom, Yahshua, all praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom to the entire family, shalom to all of you. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom, 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 shalom. And let us start with the Lord's Prayer, very quick.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Bahashem, Amashiach Yahawashai, Thawada, Thamyad. Amen.
Amen. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, 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 shalom. And let's start with the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter. And the 17th verse. As you are coming in, you all know the drill. Like or dislike the class. Like or dislike the class.
It's the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. Mm-hmm. 1 second for me. Colossians 3 and 17.
The name of this class is Life or Death. Life or Death. Welcome to Life or Death. Read.
And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Amashiach Yahawashi, giving thanks to the Abba and the power by him. Expound on it, sir. So we have a mediator. Whatever we do, whatever we say before we send up our prayers to the Most High, is that we make sure we go through, we have to go through Hamashiach Yahawashi, who is the mediator. So always add Hamashiach Yahawashi in your prayers before you send them off to the power of Yah.
All right, I got 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 for you.
You want me to read it?
1 Peter 2 and verse 21. The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Hamashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow after his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth.
Come.
So our middleman is Hamashiach Yahawashi. Our middleman between the Most High and us is Hamashiach Yahawashi. So we are following him. We are doing our best to follow after his footsteps. Now Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1.
It's the book of Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
So this Bible encompasses the commandments that we ought to follow. Read.
And the law.
What is it?
And the law.
And the law. Read.
That endure forever.
The law that is everlasting. Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
When we keep the laws of Yah, we will have life. Read.
But such as leave it shall die.
Meaning the minute we stray away from the laws of Yah, we must, we should, we have to, and we ought to expect death. Hence, the name of the show, Life or Death. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, his mercy endures forever. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, 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 shalom. Elder, let us do the welfare check. It is now 9:10, from 9:10 to 9:15. Sir, how is your new week so far? How is everything, sir?
Started today. Got some stuff done around the house.
Yes, sir.
And so off to a positive start. All praise to the Most High through LOZHQCAMP. Just trying to eat better, exercise more, rehearse these righteous acts, so and also be that light amongst men that the LOZHQCAMP wants us to be. Follow His example.
So now your bench press is 300 now?
350.
350 your bench press? Really?
No, I'm joking. I have no idea. I have no idea. What do you bench press, yeah, Cap?
Well, now it used to be 210. I kind of
How long ago was that?
then I went to 230. I said, you know what, it is too heavy. Let me just do I wanted to make it lighter.
Okay. So the guys that normally use the thing to lift up a car, you do it yourself?
Oh, no, not that. Well, if it is as with Mashiach, one day, if I have to, all praises to you after Mashiach.
That's good.
Sister Mina Iso, shalom, my dear sister. Shalom, 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 shalom. My dear sister, how do you do? How is everything? Happy to see you in the live. Shalom, my dear sister. Sister Mina Iso, how do you do, my dear sister? How is everything so far? Shalom, shalom to the entire family. From 9:10 all the way to 9:15 to 9:16, we do something called, no, to 9:15, 9:10, 9:15, yep, 5 minutes. We do something called welfare check, where we check on the family. My sister, you say hanging in there. What does that mean, my dear sister? What does that mean? What does that mean? Hanging in there, what does that mean? Elder, give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Let's see what Paul had to remind the Thessalonians concerning joy. In the Bible, when you see Romans, you see Thessalonians, you see Philippians, all these were Israelites that were living in these areas. You see Ephesians. These were, for instance, in the Ephesians, they were brothers and sisters. They were Israelites that were living in the city of Ephesus. Now give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 15 all the way to 16, sir.
The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 15. See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good.
So meaning that let us cultivate a sense of peace between one another. Now, if a brother hurt you, does that mean that you have to open yourself for him to hurt you again? But use common sense. If you have to defend yourself, defend yourself. Why? Because defense of oneself is a sacred right. Read.
Both among yourselves and to all men.
Meaning that with everybody. That's why the Bible says, if it be possible to live peaceably with all men. Read.
Rejoice evermore.
What is the Most High saying?
Rejoice evermore.
You're hanging in there.
Rejoice evermore.
Yes, so we have to rejoice as much as we can. Sister Mina says, trying to do more work of the Lord. For the Most High. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Yep. So the title of the class tonight is Division Within the Nation. What does that mean? Division within the nation. Elder, get the pictures ready for us. Yes, sir. Division within the nation. What does this title entail? What do you see in this title? Division within the nation. We have 1 minute left for the welfare check.
They have a drive, but the drive is videos. Let me see. You have some still shots.
Yeah, basically they put them in the soldiers chart.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Just the brothers. And
Yeah. If we can get 3, we can open it, that's it. Division within the nation. What does that mean? What does that entail? When we come with a title, there is a reason for that title. Many of you may have heard that we talked about the classics yesterday. The classics is an event that they have in Orlando, Florida, where several schools, meaning colleges, universities, basically HBCUs come and compete. In music, right? Bands.
Yeah, football, basketball.
Yeah. So basically, you have, I would say it is a competition between HBCUs. We all know that HBCUs, these are historically black colleges and universities. Now, when these schools get together, they have competition. As a result, our brothers yesterday went and spread the word. They went and did the work of Yah to awake more people.
Right.
Guess what? There were other camps with us as well.
Khan, we saw Sons of Thunder in Georgia.
Yes.
And some of the brothers probably from outside of Georgia.
I know we had Brother Rob as well.
Right.
That was there.
Yes, down here in Miami. I heard they saw IUIC out there.
Yeah, the brothers were there. Yeah, IUIC was there as well.
Sons of Zion. My son said they were out there for a little bit. Sons of Zion up in Orlando as well. They were out there.
So there were several camps, several schools there.
Several schools, yeah.
Can you show them? See if you can zoom in. If you can zoom in, I'll be able to see it there.
Yeah, it's kind of small. I don't know how they're going to see it through.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let me show it to them.
Let me give it a picture.
All right. Now, these were some brothers that were with us, and we took pictures with them. Are you able to see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted to say too, like when these schools come together,
Yes.
this is a great opportunity for networking. Those that may have graduated, several years ago, we got some people that's still in school. If you are what they call alumni, and you see either, it doesn't matter which school they're in, Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, doesn't really matter, Alabama State, you should come together with your brothers and sisters and exhort them to stay in school to finish what they started.
Yes, sir.
And if you have that ability to maybe find them a position, job-wise when they leave school, because that's usually 9 times out of 10, one of the toughest things to do is to get placed in a job once you leave school. And so hopefully it's not there to be the guys going out there to look for women and the women looking for men. They should be looking to help one another and, network the right way. So it's a good opportunity for us as, men of Israel to go out there also and spread what we're doing, because that's the most important thing is to keep these commandments.
Of course.
All right.
Brother Dozotami, shalom, my dear brother. Abana wa Yahweh Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shabakatha. Abana wa Yahweh Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shabakatha. Shalom, my dear brother. Happy to see you. The title of the class tonight is Division within the nation. What does that mean? And let's see if you can find the fragments and mirror on that side for me. What does that mean? What does that entail? Division within the nation. What do you see from this title? Division within the nation. What do you see? Brother Azalakiel Jizrael, brother Azalakiel Jizrael, shalom, mighty brother. How do you do? That's what I'm doing. Happy to see you, my brother. Happy to see you. Thank you, sir.
You need charcoal?
No, we have it.
Yes?
Yes. You have enough charcoal. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Shalom, Brother Don Israel. Shalom, Sister Mina Israel. And hopefully I'm not messing up the name here. I think it's Azalak Jezreel. All praises to the Most High, you stated. Azalakia Jezreel. Give me a 12 if I pronounced it right.
Brother Lorenzo says, Brother Lorenzo Tamid says, doctrinal differences. Yes, part of it, yep. Now, we all know that we have a division among the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, meaning that we have that division. This is part of the division as well. Now, we can see that, in fact, very quick, give me the book of Revelation chapter 1, start verse 1, Elder. Then drop to 11. Start 1, then drop to 11.
All right, Khan. The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Now, we all know that we have this type of division among the nation where one camp or a couple camps or a couple schools may say that, oh, the Most High is dealing only with us. If you are not part of us, you are not in the truth. They will say that the Most High knows only one Passover. They will say things. Now, when you hear these things, these statements, do not allow these statements to take you out of the truth. Why? Because many of you are babes. Revelation 1 verse 1, then 11, Elder.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of a Mashiach Yahushua, which the Most High gave unto him, to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Now go, drop to 11, sir.
Verse 11,
Yep.
saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book.
Now, Hamashiach is saying to his favorite disciple, the one that he loved a lot, John, his beloved disciple, he says, what you are seeing, write them in a book. Read.
And what thou seest, write in a book, and send it unto the 7 churches.
Unto only one church.
Send it unto the 7 churches.
Now, Brother Hasalakiel, Brother Lorenzo Tamid, he says 7 churches. What can you see in that? Brother, Sister Mina Israel, he says 7 churches, 7 schools. What can you see in that? What can you see in that? Now, let me give an example very quick. Oftentimes in some delegations, we have some preferred vendors that we buy from. Let me give an example very quick. For instance, let's say you sell shirt and I sell shirt as well. Some people may feel more comfortable buying shirts from you than from me. Now, Hamashiach says to the 7 churches. Now, if he says 7 churches, what can we see from that? From that? Hasalakiel, my dear brother, what do you see from that? Sister Mina Israel, what can you see from that? Brother Donizo Tamid, what can you see from that? Remember, this class is about interaction. Say something. Take part in the class. This class is your class for the Most High through Hamashiach Yahushua. Let us partake in the class together. Hamashiach told John to report everything to the 7 churches. What do you see in that verse? Wait from the beginning, in verse 11.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 11. Saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
Mashiach says, I am the beginning and the last. Read.
The first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book. And send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia.
So now, here's one thing that I see. You are welcome to that, what you see in that verse as well. Sure. I can see that he is dealing with multiple schools and camps at the same time.
Con.
Meaning that because a brother does not wear the same shirt that I'm wearing, does it mean that this brother is not in the truth? That is what I'm saying. What do you see, Elder?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, even though we're in separate schools, the word is the word. It doesn't change because you're in one location, as opposed to another location. So we're all supposed to be what we call in harmony, on one accord with one another, and not against each other, trifling, doing folly, doing videos on each other, disrespecting one another, etc. So we're supposed to be, unified, even though we're separate camps or separate schools. The word of Yah still stands strong, as always.
Yeah. Sister Mina Israel says, the spirits of the Most High. Brother Donizio Tamid says, Yahawashai do not show any favoritism.
Right.
Yes. You will see that in in the following verses, how he rebuked them, also told them what they did that was wrong, that was right, and gave them a path to redeem themselves. Those that were at fault, for instance, Pergamos, Thyatira. Now, the title of the class is Division Within the Nation. Because even though we have several camps, doesn't mean that the word of Yah is not going out forcefully as it should. We all know that some camps teach that we are in the new covenant. We are that of Zion. We don't believe that. Why? Because we are still teaching. Some camps believe that a man should have only, some camps, I know of a particular camp that says that a man should only have one wife. But here at the Light of Zion, we believe that a man can have multiple wives. Yes, there may be some differences in the doctrine, but the core of everything that we are teaching is for our people to keep the commitments. Now, I'll give you the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Start at verse 10.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter.
Hold on.
Sure.
Yes, I understand, Elder.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1.
Right, before that, go to verse 1.
1 Corinthians 1.
1, verse 1, 2, 3, then jump to 10.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, called to be an apostle of Mashiach Yahushai, through the will of the Most High, and Sosthenes, our brother.
So now, I love this about Paul. He always mentioned brothers, whether they do him wrong or bad.
Right.
I love this type of attitude that Paul has. I heard something a couple of days ago. They say that your attitude is your altitude.
Right.
Have you heard that before, sir?
I heard it before.
Meaning that the way that you behave means that that's the height you will go.
Right.
Because if you are not friendly, of course, people will not want to be your friend. People may not want to be your friends. That's the way it is. What did again, Elder?
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, called to be an apostle of Mashiach Yahushai, through the will of the Most High,
Read.
and Sosthenes, our brother.
Read.
Drop to 3?
Yes, sir. No, keep reading all the way. No, keep reading all the way to 4.
Okay. Verse 2. Unto the church of Yah,
the church of Yah, read.
which is at Corinth.
At Corinth. Now, Paul wrote 3 letters to the Corinthians. Researchers combined them into 2 letters. So if they didn't do that, we would have had 3 Corinthians. Because they combined them into 2 letters, therefore we have 1 Corinthians And 2 Corinthians, read.
Unto the church of the Most High, which is at Corinth, to them that are sanctified in Mashiach Yahushua, called to be saints, with all that in every place upon the name of Mashiach Yahushua,
all upon the name of Mashiach Yahushua, read.
Our Lord,
our the one, read.
Both theirs and ours.
So meaning that, Hamashiach belongs to us, read.
Verse 3, grace be unto you, and peace from Yahweh our power,
Yahweh our Father, read,
and from the Most Mashiach Yahushua.
So Paul makes the distinction between Hamashiach and the Most High. Read verse 4.
Verse 4, I thank my power always on your behalf for the grace of the Most High, which is given you by Mashiach Yahushua.
So Paul thanks the Most High for the grace that he bestowed, I would say bestows, or he thank the Most High for the grace that Yah bestowed upon them through Hamashiach Yahushua. Now verse 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Mashiach Yahushua, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
We have a problem here.
Yep.
There's a problem here.
So we can't be in a new covenant if we're not joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
And now we have a problem here. Now give me the book of Isaiah 52 and verse 8.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 8. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing.
Meaning that with the voice together shall they sing, read.
For that they shall see eye to eye.
That they will be in one accord, read.
When the Most High shall bring again Zion.
So now, are we all back together under one ruler? No. Therefore, we have to expect that, other camps will teach some things that we may not be happy with. But that does not mean we have to become their enemies.
Come on.
I showed you a couple pictures. In that picture, you saw brothers from Swords of Zion.
Sons of Zion.
Sons of Zion.
Right.
Sons of Thunder. You saw also the Light of Zion. I am sure that we may have a difference in doctrine. But somehow, some way, the Most High allowed us to get together yesterday to teach our people. Now, if you hear a doctrine, if you don't agree with it, don't be abide by it. Right. In fact, there are plenty of schools on YouTube. Listen to schools or follow schools that you see that correspond with your spirit.
Come on.
Keep reading, Elder. Now, go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. But Paul says there should be no division. Keep reading.
1 Corinthians chapter, you said 1 and verse 10.
Yes, sir.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Mashiach Yahushua, that ye all speak the same thing, that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. For it hath been declared unto me of you, my brethren.
Okay, now, what is he saying here? What is he saying here? For it hath been declared unto me of you, my brethren, by them which are of the house of glory, that there are contentions among you. What is Paul saying here? you know, we as black people, we always have this thing, oh, I heard. No, who said that?
That was a song by Marvin Gaye. I heard it through the grapevine.
I heard that. Oh, you know what? Oh, I heard through the grapevine. No. Who said that? Look at Paul. Paul says, you know what? People from the house of Chloe told me what is going on. You see? So many of our people hate Paul. Some do love Paul. And I will, you know, as we are going through Paul, I realize that some of our people, I can see why they love Paul in some ways. In fact, I heard that brother, he said that if there were 3 people that he would meet, Paul would be among them. Now, I kind of see this, Elder. You know, Elder, they say, Paul didn't say, you know, I heard this. Oh, no, he says that people from the house of Chloe informed me of the division that divisions that are going on. What are they going to do?
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 11. For it had been declared unto me of you, my brethren.
My brethren, my dear brothers, read.
By them which are of the house of Chloe, that there are contentions among you.
Yep.
Now this I say, that every one of you saith, I am of Paul, and I of Apollos, and I of Cephas, and I of the Mashiach Yahushua.
Now think about it. You had those that were saying that, hey, you know what, I'm in Paul's camp. A second group said, I'm in Apollos' camp. Others say, I'm in Cephas' camp, but that was Peter. I'm with Peter. And others said, I'm with Hamashiach. So you had basically four groups among them. See, now, the minute that this occurred, I can understand the diligence that Paul had to write this. Because if you don't deal with it now, you all know how a wound is. Oftentimes, a wound does not heal. If you don't take care of it, that wound is going to fester. It is going to become worse if you don't take care of it. So Paul, we can sense that, hey, he had to deal with that. Keep reading, Elder.
Verse 13. Is Hamashiach Yahushua divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Or were ye baptized in the name of Paul? I thank the Most High that I baptized none of you, but Crispus and Gaius, lest anyone should say that I had baptized in my own name.
Now go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Verse 4.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 4. For while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal?
Now, Elder Bozo says the house of Chloe was calling people out. Yes. You know what, Elder? I love this. When people are bringing out things that are going on in a school.
Right.
Oftentimes you may not see it. But let me share something to you here. The Light of Zion had this habit of starting classes very late. People would be here. Somehow, some way, we had to have all the stars had to be aligned for the classes to start. Then a beloved sister said, you know what, this happened, it was not right. And I took some time to listen to what the sister was saying. I said, you know what, she was right. And since then, we kind of, opposite to after Mashiach, put some nonsense, put some end to that nonsense. I even saw that online too, where a brother said that, yes, but they all oftentimes start classes late about the Light of Zion. I said, you know what, that was nonsense. In no way, shape, or form are we to start classes very late. That is why now we oftentimes have a 15-minute interval. For instance, if the class has to start at 8, from 8 to 8:15, this class has to start. If it doesn't happen, there should be something that occurs to prevent that. But we do our best at 95% in Yahshua Mashiach to start classes early. Why? Because we are men of Yah. We are people of Yah. There should be some discipline among us.
Right.
Read.
Is that 1 Samuel?
You have a precept there?
No, I don't have a precept.
You are in 1 Corinthians chapter 3.
I'm back in Corinthians. Okay.
Yeah, start verse 4. You know what? Start verse 1 Elder, in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. We are in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in a Mashiach Yahushai. Mm-hmm. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able.
So Paul is saying that, hey, now I have to speak to you in a degree that you can understand. Even though I gave you the milk, I gave you basically the easiest thing of the word, somehow, somewhere you have yet to get them. You didn't get them, you have yet to get them. You have yet to understand them. Read.
Verse 3. Mm-hmm. For ye are yet carnal, mm-hmm. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? Meaning that
basically you are not a practicant of the law. If you are having divisions among you, you have basically all these envy. The law even says that, hey, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor your neighbor's belonging. Paul is telling them, hey, some way, somehow, you are not keeping the laws the way you should be keeping them. Because you are fighting over nonsense. Read.
Verse 4. For while one saith,
one brother or one group is saying what? Read.
I am of Paul.
And you know what? I'm following Paul. Read.
And another, I am of Apollos. Are ye not carnal? Who then is Paul? Yep. And who is Apollos?
So who then is the light of Zion? Who then is sons of Zion? Read.
But ministers by whom ye believe.
What camps that we know that are keeping the laws of Yah, that are teaching the word of Yah. Read.
Even as the Most High gave to every man.
I mean that they are teaching according to the amount of knowledge that the Most High gives them through HaMashiach Yahushai. Yes. In the nation, there will be several camps, or there are several camps. But we should not be enemies for that. In fact, this idea of camp banging is nothing but inward nonsense. Because we are acting like gangs. So the house of Chloe informed Paul of what was going on. Keep reading, Elder.
Verse 3.
We are in verse 6. Sir.
Verse 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. I have planted. Read. Apollos watered.
Yep.
But the Most High gave the increase.
Now, I see that 7 of you are watching. I want you to give me an example of that, of what Paul is saying. He says, I have planted. I put the seed on the ground. Apollos, he waters that seed. But the Most High through Mashiach causes that seed to grow. What does that mean? Give me an example of that. Give me an example. I see 7 of you are watching. Give me an example of that. Let me give you a hint. Because you hear the truth from a camp does not necessarily mean that you will be part of that camp. In fact, I can even say that about you as well. You heard the truth from another camp, then you contacted us.
Huh.
So basically, those brothers they planted, we did the watering, but the Most High now causes you to become a captain in his vineyard. The same thing for me as for me. I got that flyer from that brother, and I said, you know what? I don't want this nonsense. I don't care about that nonsense. Even though I kept the flyer, yet it took me 7 years to come into the truth. And now, all praises to Yahweh Mashiach, I'm with that of Zion. So basically, I can say that that other camp put the seed in me, that of Zion waters it, and the Most High now causes me now to teach. So basically, we can see that this is what Paul was doing. Paul was and Apollos, they were nothing but ministers of the Most High. Paul and Apollos were ministers that were teaching the word of Yah to our people. And our people allowed themselves to get into favoritism. Now, if you love a teacher more than another teacher, there is no problem with that. Brother Hatness 144K, you show up on time, my dear brother. Shalom, brother. Happy to see you, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Hamashiach Yahweh Shabakatha. Shalom, my dear brother. Happy to see you, brother. Happy to see you. Are you still in Las Vegas, my dear brother? We dealt with it.
Verse 7, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 7. Mm-hmm. So then, neither is he planted anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase.
So basically, they may want to do whatever they want to do, but guess what? The Most High causes that word to take root in that person. Read.
Now that he planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
What does that mean? That is why Israel, when you tell a brother that he is a real Jew, you give him a flyer, he takes it or not, guess what? The word of Yah will do what he has to do. Meaning what the word of Yah will do what it has to do. Meaning that whatever the Most High Yah wants that word to do, guess what? The word will do it. Hold that. Give me the book of Isaiah 55. Start at verse 1 and jump to 11. Now, researchers gave a name to Isaiah. How did they nickname Isaiah?
Isaiah 55 and 1.
Yes, sir.
You want to start?
Yes, sir.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 1. Ho, every one that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Now go to
verse 11.
Start at verse 8.
Isaiah 55 and verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Most High. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven.
You see now, There is, no, go to verse 11, Elder.
Isaiah 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void.
Now, the word of Yah will not come back to the Most High void, meaning that the word will do what it has to do. Now, researchers basically call Isaiah the prophet of justice. They call Amos the prophet of judgment. Somehow, somewhere, you may see that in some things online, they kind of mix them. No, it should be prophet of justice is Isaiah. Prophet of judgment is Amos. With verse 11 again. Verse 11 again.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Read.
It shall not return unto me void,
Read.
but it shall accomplish that which I please.
So now, Brother Donito Tamid says, for me, Elder Zabak of HY planted the seed, and then Brother Nakom from WF, I watered it, and Yahweh was willing, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will give the increase. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Yes, my brother, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Isn't that like school? You start off at a certain grade, and then you go to kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade. So each one is a separate teacher.
Yes.
When I went to, started in the 7th grade, we call it junior high school up north, we had what we call a cluster. And so we started off in science, took one step, the next class was math, social studies, reading, etc. So each teacher taught different things, so that kind of like encompassed what we had to learn to get out of the 7th grade to move on to grade 8. So each teacher teaches different things, and you may not. In some cases, you already had your favorite subjects. Yes. Like some of us may like a book in the Bible more than others, or may relate more to a book in the Bible more than others. But they still, you should still encompass and take something out of each book that you read, and put it into your life. Okay.
In basically 10th grade, we had a teacher. 9th grade and 10th grade. Basically, after recess, that algebra was killing us. Then in 11th grade, we had this powerful teacher early in the morning on Fridays that made us singing algebra.
Oh, wow.
So somehow, some way, I kind of loved algebra then. So basically, it is what it is. That's why we say that you may love to listen the word of Yah from one teacher than from another. There is no problem with that. You may have your favorite teacher. There is no problem in that. Keep reading, Elder.
I start at verse 11 again. Isaiah 55, verse 11.
No, go back to 1 Corinthians.
Corinthians.
We are in chapter 3. Meaning that the Most High will give you your reward. When you do His work, He will give you your reward according to your work. Plain and simple. And know that the word that you plant, the seed that you plant in that brother or in that sister, by telling him the word of Yah, by giving him that truth, by telling him about the truth, the Most High Mashiach will use it or will increase that whenever He wants to. Read.
The 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 8. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
According to his own work. Read.
For we are laborers.
Because we are what?
For we are laborers together with the Most High.
No. We are not together, elder. We are not together, elder. We are not together, elder. We are the best. There is only one camp in Israel. Paul said, we are laborers. We are workmen together, meaning that all the camps that you see in Israel, they are together in the sense that they are doing the work for Yahshua Mashiach Yahushai. They may not together in doctrine. They may not be together in doctrine or in teaching spot. They may not be together in that sense, but when it comes to doing the work, they are in the same mindset. Why? Because the core of the teaching is about the law. Read.
Right. Verse 9, for we are laborers together with Mashiach, with the Most High.
Yep.
Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building.
So the people are the vineyard. The teachers, they are the laborers. Keep reading, elder.
Verse 10, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon.
So now, you see, that is very humbling of Paul.
Yes.
He calls himself master builder. in the movie Ten Commandments, Baka is called the master builder.
Yes.
See, that guy was his name is Dathan.
Yeah.
He saw that said, I can tell you who killed the master builder. He really killed it.
Verse 10, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 10. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder.
You see, why does he call himself master builder? Because oftentimes he is very humble.
Yeah.
But now, very humble. Now he's calling himself master builder. Is it because they were going off the rail or master?
But he said wise master builder.
That is the title that he gives to himself.
Yes.
Master builder.
Right.
Keep reading, yep.
I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For
okay, hold on. I see that 7 of you are watching. What is Paul saying here? He says that he is the wise master builder. Another man buildeth their own. And with that in the ERV. So meaning that I lay the foundation, and in my foundation another man builds the building, but that person has to make sure, has to be watchful of how he builds on my foundation. What do you see here in verse 10? Sister Mina, what do you see in verse 10? Brother Hatness 144K, Brother Asalakiel Jezreel, what do you see in verse 10? What is Paul saying here? 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10. Put it there when you have it.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10 in the ERV.
Yeah, ERV stands for easy to read version. Read.
Like an expert builder, I built the foundation of that house. I used the gift of the Most High gave to me to do this. Other people are building on that foundation.
Elder, other people are building on my foundation. Basically, that foundation means my foundation.
Right.
Elder, that is not an easy thing.
Right. Right.
So basically now Paul is, he opens. Hey, you know what? You see, that is why I tell brothers, hey, look how other brothers are teaching. Then use the techniques to develop your own techniques. In Israel, I love the teaching of the late brother Ben lawyer.
Yeah.
So basically, Paul is saying, you know what, hey, all the men builds on my foundation. Let's see what warning he gives to that brother. Read.
Other people are building on that foundation.
To those people, I mean, to those workers. Read.
But everyone should be careful how they build.
How they build. So basically, hey, use my blueprint, but use it in a way that is not going to mess up the foundation.
Right. Let me read 11.
Yeah. So, brother, that's 144K says, 2 Corinthians, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Yep, that's why I see Harim saying. Him saying, camp invaders. Yep, so Paul is saying that, you know what? Paul, basically, he opens himself saying that, you know what, hey, you can build on my foundation, but know how you are building. Know what you are doing. Read.
Verse 11. The foundation that has already been built is a Mashiach Yahushai.
The cornerstone of it is the Most High Mashiach Yahushai. Read.
And no one can build any other foundation.
So basically, the true foundation is nothing but is the Most High Mashiach Yahushai. This is what Paul is saying. So Paul says no division. Guess what? Sister Mina says, teach her it is written, not of your mind. Yes, you have to watch what you are saying. Make sure that everything is as is according to the law of Yah. Yes, division within the nation. What does that mean? There will be differences in doctrine. There will be differences in how we uphold the law. There will be differences in how we structure our schools. But Hamashiach Yahushai, the Most High Hamashiach Yahushai, is the foundation, is the corner of everything. With the law of Yah.
Right.
Yes, we have differences with other camps, but that doesn't mean if we have a spot to teach, doesn't mean that we will force them to leave that spot if we see them on that spot. Before you showed up, we had an issue. There is another camp in Florida. We had a spot where we usually taught. One day, we went out to teach. When we pulled up, we saw those brothers in that spot. Now, one brother stepped out of his car and went to salute them. They didn't return the salute back, which was fine. We had to look for another spot. Guess what? In searching the area, we ended in Franklin Park. And since then, Franklin Park has been our go-to spot. And many fiery teachers that we have here and fiery readers that we have here at the Land of Zion, they all went through training in Franklin Park.
Right.
So that is why we will not fight one brother if he starts teaching in our spot or in a spot that we usually come to teach at. We usually come to teach at, in a spot that we usually come, meaning that a spot that we usually stop by to teach, or we usually hold a camp at. Joshua Mako 22:63, a good foundation within yourself can be built within you by having the wisdom according to the law. And once you have a good understanding of the law, then you can have a strong foundation. Yep. Yeah, we need the milk. But now guess what? Now Paul had to rebuke them because Paul said, I gave you the milk. You didn't get it. Because they had that deep division. Some said that they were of Peter, that they were on Peter's side. Others said they were on Apollo's side. So basically you had 4 camps within them. And Paul had to deal with that issue to let them know that, hey, the Most High through Mashiach will do the increase. All I'm doing is planting the seed. The Apollos had to water it.
So I got a precept.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Romans 8 and 16 and 17.
All right, let me get Romans 8 and 16.
Right, so we got to understand that even though we may have doctrinal differences, what is the end game of what we're looking to do or achieve or accomplish with the Most High through Mashiach Yahushua?
Romans chapter 8 verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Right, so we should stand on that first and foremost, that we are the children of the Most High. You can read 17.
Verse 17. And if children, then heirs of Yah.
Right, and an heir is what we call where you receive
Yes.
from either your parents or an inheritance. I believe that's the same kind of inheritance,
yep.
right?
Yep. Inheritance. You get your inheritance from your father.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And joint heirs of Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him,
right,
that we may be also glorified together.
Right. So our end game should be that we be joint heirs in the kingdom. So this separatism will only, to me, would only divide us, and those that want to keep that spirit, you will not be in the kingdom, be joint heirs with the Most High through Mashiach Yahushua in the kingdom. So we must, as the scriptures say, glorify together one another and be on one accord.
Yeah, in one accord, I see what you are saying, Elder, but since we have different doctrines, we have to rely on Isaiah 52 verse 8.
Right.
Because we will not see eye to eye. Let me give you an example very quick. Passover. We all know that we do not keep Passover. All the camps do not have the very same day for Passover.
Right.
And guess what? I have no problem with that. But what matters is that we still keep it. Now we are going to keep the feast of dedication.
Right.
We will see the same thing. In fact, since I see none of you watching. How many of you will be with the Land of Zion for the feast of dedication on December the 13th? We are going to open that feast on the 13th. Then we will close it on the 20th. I know Donizo Tamid stated that it is a feast that we should keep. Hey, my dear brother, if you still have this idea, hey, that's all yours. But here we're gonna keep it because we should keep it. So how many of you will stop by South, because we are in South Florida. We had a cold snap a couple of days ago, but now everything is back. How many of you will be here with us to keep that feast with us? Also, make sure you like or dislike the class. Remember, for this truth to spread around, let's put it in the algorithm. Like or dislike the class. Like or dislike the class. And let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Let's see what the Most High had to say to the church of Sardis.
Sardis.
Yes, sir.
Start at 1.
Yes, sir.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 1. And unto the angel of the church of Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of the Most High, and the 7 stars.
Hold on. Now, I see that 10 of you are watching. Joshua Marco 2263, my dear brother, we'll be happy to have you. Joshua Marco, is that Joshua of Benjamin, or are you another Joshua? What did you take from the beginning, Elder?
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 1. And unto the angel of the church of Sardis write.
Hamashiach is addressing the leaders of the church of Sardis. If I can go Sardis, put Sardis now to see where it is now. Sardis. Hamashiach is addressing the leaders of the church of Sardis. Let's see what he is saying to them.
Sardis is located in modern-day Turkey.
Turkey. So Sardis is currently or has been a part of the country that is now named Turkey, read. So basically these were, now Turkey is in Europe, correct? So that means we have been traveling all over the globe. We are everywhere, read. Oh, Joshua Benjamin, my dear brother, shalom, happy to see you, my dear brother. Shalom, my dear brother, happy to see you. So Joshua, very quick, my dear brother. How was it yesterday? How was it, my dear brother? I know you are new in the truth. Let the people know what was the atmosphere yesterday when you saw a sea of brothers that you have been seeing online, and on top of that, you were among them. My first camp with THEELOZ of Zion Elder, I was happy. Because usually I saw them online, but now to see that, hey, I was among them, teaching Elder.
Right.
Hey, I was happy, Elder. I was happy, sir. That was the very first day out.
Yes.
Elder, I was happy, sir. How was it for you, Elder?
Oh, it was good. It's like it's different from when you watch a video.
Yes.
Right? And then you're actually like you're in the flesh.
Yes.
And you feel the spirit more because you're there. The energy, etc., you know?
In fact, the video is a sanitized version.
Right.
When you are live and direct, you are able to see everything.
Right. Kind of like a sporting event, like the World Cup or Super Bowl or whatever. You can't really experience it by sitting home on your couch.
Yep.
You know, the way that you want to experience it is be live there in person, you know? That's
because
the best
when
way.
it's live, you are able to see everything.
Right.
It is better. Keep putting, Elder.
Right. So Sardis is located in modern-day Turkey. It says near the town of Salihi in the Manisa province. The ancient ruins of Sardis are situated in western Turkey, roughly 50 miles east of present-day Izmir, Izmir.
So basically, that city. Let's see what Hamashiach was saying to them. Brother Joshua says it was a pleasant and happy feeling to be dwelling with brothers in unity. It all praises to After Mashiach. Keep reading, Elder.
So we started Revelation chapter 3 and verse 2. Well, we start back from 1. And until the angel of the church of Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of the Most High.
Yep. Now, I want you, remember, we all took English in high school. I want you to tell me what Hamashiach is doing here. We know that Hamashiach is speaking because all the writings are in red. The writings are in red. Now I want you to let me know what he is doing here. He says, saith he that hath the 7 spirits. I want you to let me know what is Hamashiach doing here. He is speaking.
Come on.
Now, I want you to let me know what he is doing here. Brother Joshua says, saw 3 other camps of brothers whom I only saw on YouTube until I met them face to face. Very humble brothers, and was all love among each other. Brother Nuzutamin says, I was elated to have met the LOZ family in person. And all praises to our Mashiach. We are almost done. It is now 10:15. Let us very quickly end this very quick. Hamashiach now is speaking. He says, saith he that hath the 7 spirits of Yah. I want you, let all the English that you took in high school, I want you to let me know what he is doing here. He says, saith he. That is Hamashiach speaking. But he says, saith he. What is he doing here? Or what figure of speech is he using? Let me give you a hint. He is speaking of himself in what person? Brother Joshua says, IUIC, sons of Zion, and sons of thunder, all great men. All praises to After Mashiach, mighty brother. In fact, that is why we have the title of the class. This is what inspired the class. Division within the nation. To show that, hey, there will be differences in the doctrine. We may have difference in how we structure ourselves. But the core of the teaching is the Most High through Hamashiach Yahweh.
Right. Let me say this too.
Yes, sir.
We see what's going on with the separation of the camps and the camp banging and doing videos on one another. But we got to make sure that first and foremost we take care of ourselves. So when we come into this truth, we have to be the complete opposite of who we were before we came into the truth. Be a new creature in the image of Mashiach Yahweh. His whole thought process should be within us. And so even though we may see things going around us, we cannot let that upset our spirit, upset our walk, and understand that these things that are written, they're written for our learning. So we must make sure that we stay steadfast in this truth. And, sometimes I know it's hard to block out the noise, but the way to block out the noise is to continue reading the word and stay in the fruits of the Spirit and rehearse these righteous acts.
In fact, when these disturbances come, it is good. You know why? Because you will be able to detect, to see what is true or not.
Right.
And also, when these obstacles come, you will be able to, they will check you.
Right.
Some will strengthen you.
Right. Now, Salak, and remember now, when we came into this truth, there's no scripture that I can read that said it's going to be an easy walk.
Yes, of course.
So when you come into the fire, when you come into this truth, right? So I wouldn't have it any other way, because I believe in Sirach 2:1 starts off, for gold is tried in the fire.
Yes.
So don't think you're going to come in here and there's going to be a walk picking up daisies in the park and roses and handing out flowers to one another. No, it's going to be a battle.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
Brother Anderson 44 says, third person speaking. Yes. Yes, also Sister Moriah. Shalom, my dear sister, happy to see you. Yes. Sister Moriah, I saw you had it earlier too. That's fine, my sister. Wait, we're happy to see you, my dear sister. Yes, Sister Moriah and Brother Anderson 44K have the answer. Yes, Hamashiach is speaking of himself in the third person. So both of you are right. Yes, Hamashiach, Sister Moriah, shalom, my dear sister, happy to see you. Brother Anderson 44K, happy to see you as well. Both of you have the answer right. Hamashiach is speaking of himself in the third person. Now, why is he doing that? I know oftentimes people speak of themselves in the third person to show their authority in some ways.
Right.
You know what I think he may do that to show his power, in the sense that, hey, the one that has 7 spirits. So basically, the one that have full authority.
Right. Make no mistake.
Yeah. Keep reading, Elder. Yeah.
All right.
Keep reading, Elder.
So verse 2, Revelation chapter 3 and verse 2. Be watchful.
No. Keep reading. Keep reading. Says, read it again from the beginning.
Sardis,
Yes,
3 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 1. And until the angel of the church in Sardis write, these things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of the Most High,
Yeah.
and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou liveth and art dead.
You are dead. Now, you think that you are alive, but guess what? You are up to no good. Read.
Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain, that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before the Most High.
So now, he says that, he didn't say before me, he says before the Most High.
Before the Most High.
So, we have these 7 churches. Now, let's see Philadelphia now.
You start at 7?
Yes, sir.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 7.
Read.
And to the angel of the church of Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth. I know thy works.
Yeah.
Behold, I have set before thee an open door,
Yeah.
and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name.
Now, what can we see here? What can we see here? Brother Henderson 44K, what can you see here? We read about Sardis and Philadelphia. When you listen to these sayings that Hamashiach ordered, what can you say about these 2 churches? Brother Henderson 44K, Brother Donizo Tamid, what can you say about Sardis and Philadelphia? Give me Ezekiel 18 verse 25. Well, you say they endured. No, my brother, I want to know what is going on between Philadelphia and Sardis. Philadelphia got a warning, but so far with Sardis got warning, but Philadelphia got no warning. Philadelphia got no rebuke. Somehow, Philadelphia got no rebuke. Now, what happened to Sardis? Keep reading a little.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 8 and verse 25.
No, 18:25.
18 and verse 28?
Yeah, 18:25. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 25. Sir.
Okay. The book of Ezekiel, chapter...
Start verse 24, Elder.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18 and verse 24.
Yes, sir.
But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned. In his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die. Yet ye say, the way of the Most High is not equal.
So you have to repent for your sin. Read.
Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal? Are not your ways unequal?
So Sardis got a rebuke. Israel got no, Philadelphia got no rebuke. Yes, brother, those what I mean. Philadelphia was on fire, meaning that, hey, with the little strength that they had, check yourself there, Philadelphia today. with the little strength that they had, they endured. But Sardis was in sin. Sardis thought that everything was going fine, but guess what? But really, they were not okay in the eyes of Yah.
So it says the ancient city of Philippi mentioned in the Bible.
Philadelphia.
It's the same. It's saying it's the same though.
Really? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let me go to it. Let me see. Let's go Philadelphia. See what it says.
So among these 7 churches, the churches of Smyrna and Philadelphia got no rebuke. Those 5 that got rebuked, the Hamashiach also gave them an open door. He gave them you know what? He told them to change their ways, to amend their ways. Read it.
Philadelphia in the Bible is an ancient city in Asia Minor, modern day Turkey.
So Sardis and Philadelphia, they are still, I would ultimately say that they are still part of this country, Turkey. Read.
Right. Where one of the 7 churches was located, it is mentioned in the book of Revelation, which records a message from Mashiach Yahushua to the church there.
You see now, this also begs the question, if the Bible is not true, why do we have this is still in existence?
Right.
You know what it is what it is.
Yes.
They want to believe it, fine, but we know that the Bible is true. They don't want to believe the Bible, let them be. But we here at the Ark of Zion, we believe the Bible is true. And there's Psalm 133 for us to end. Life or death, division within the nation. Because a camp doesn't see the laws the same way we see them, doesn't mean that we are their enemies. Doesn't mean that we cannot talk to them. No. I told this once, I would say it again. I was in a train. Then I met this brother from another camp. And it was my first time seeing the brother. We were happy to see one another. Before we left, we hugged each other more than 3 times, sir. He was happy to see me with fringes. I was happy to see him with fringes as well.
Wow, come
on. I went to a Walmart. I was on my way. A brother from my SUPK says, "Hey, I know you." He saluted me. He saluted me and went his own way.
Oh, come That's how it should be.
Guess what? And it was night.
Yeah.
So that was the idea that we have to be enemies makes no sense to me. The brother in the train was a brother for my UIC. In fact, here at the Ark of Zion, we have some Levite brothers that we deal with.
Right.
They sent us an invite. They said they will start the Passover at 3. I went there to be there at 3. Guess what they did to me? They started at 7. Someone said you feel there.
Right.
Psalm 72 verse 18 there.
Psalm 133 first?
72 verse 18. You know what I do? I have to remind them this the next time I see them. That is said, when I faced them, I said, Elder, what in the flight it says 3. He said, you know what, brother? If we put 3, he said 7. He said, if we put 7, people would have showed up around 9.
Right.
But we put 3 for people to show up on time.
Yes.
But then, you see this, from 3 to 7, then now 4 hours.
4 hours, wow.
Good on
Wow. The book of Psalms, chapter 72, verse 18. Blessed be the Most High thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear sister Mina Israel.
Blessed be the Most High thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear brother Donizio Tamid.
Blessed be the Most High thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear brother Hazalaki El Jezreel.
Blessed be the Most High thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear brother Joshua.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear brother Hatness 144K.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of the house of Chief Minister Shalama.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear brother Hasalaki al Jezreel.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of all those who are currently watching.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear Elder Emrem Israel.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of our dear sister Deborah Dennis in Chatham, Massachusetts.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Blessed be the Most High, thy power, the power of Israel.
The power of all the schools and camps in the nation of Israel. Psalm 33 to end. Israel, it is now 10:31. Today is the 23rd of November, 2025. It is 10:31 Eastern Standard Time. You all know that when you donate to a ministry, you don't just donate to donate. No, don't do that. You ought to see what they are doing with your money, because you work hard for your money. Also, we will not try to gaslight you either. But I want you to take a deep breath. Check to see how the Light of Zion has been helpful in your life. Now, the Light of Zion has been helpful to me, how? Because I learned the truth and I was able to get knowledge of the work of the Most High through the teachings of the elders. Therefore, as much as you can, or as less as you can, meaning as much as you can afford, donate to this ministry. And when you donate, we are open. Ask us what we are doing with your money. Chief is open. Ask Chief what we are doing with your money. Priest is open. Ask Priest what he is doing with your money. Guess what? There is no problem in that. Not only that, there will be no repercussion of your asking that. The idea that I cannot question a pastor what he's doing with my money makes no sense to me.
Right.
Guess what? At the Light of Zion, we will be open. We will let you know what we are. In fact, you will see it. Please, as much as you can do so. And I'm going to put it in the chat. For those of you that use Cashapp, donate via $THEE. And if you use Zelle, donate via helphandgroup@gmail.com. In fact, if you can donate $5 every week, all praises to Alpha Mashiach. If you can donate $20, go do so. Remember, that's why we say as much as you can or as less as you can. Why? You can see that we have that AC. Also, we have the light. We also have Streamlabs. We also have the internet that we have to pay. Therefore, when you donate, we are using your money effectively and efficiently to spread the word of Yah, for the word of Yah to have free course. Psalm 133, Elder, very quick.
Psalm 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garments, and as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Most High commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. By Hashem, Amashiach, Yahawashi, the water, Yad, Aman.
Amen. I'm going to read 3 John and you do the last prayer.
Sure.
Go ahead. The book of 3 John, chapter 1 and verse 2. The elder unto the well-beloved Gaius, whom I love in the truth. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth.
Matthew 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. By Hashem, Amashiach Yahawashi, the water them Yah, Amen.
Amen. Shalom, shalom, Yahshua.
Shalom.
All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Comme Yahshua, rise Israël, levez Israël, que bon Dieu, lève-toi Israël, que bon Dieu, dans nos messieurs a béni nous. May God through Mashiach bless you all. Have a great night, have a great week in Yahshua Mashiach Yahawashi. Shalom to all of you.
Shalom.